Hey guys, it's Cam with Craft and Tailored. Sunday, but I couldn't help myself. There's a couple of antique stores here and I wanted to see if we could find any watches. Never know what you're gonna find. Always gotta be on the hunt, so let's dive into it and see if we can get lucky. I'm in Orange, California at this area called the Orange Circle, which is surrounded by antique shops. Sometimes you really gotta dig through a bunch of different stuff. My initial search was pretty unfruitful. And then I stumbled across a few watches that were buried in this case. Nothing really to write home about here. This is most often the case when hunting vintage watches. I see a lot of, quote, collectible watches that are kind of like this stuff with Disney on it. You know you're in the right spot when the floor looks like this. I know I'm close because there's some vintage Cartier, and then boom. I stumbled across a case that was filled with old vintage Benris, Elgin, and even some really cool Seikos. Unfortunately, there wasn't much for us here to buy, but the displays were super cool, and the boxes were even cooler. I'd almost buy some of these pieces for just the vintage boxes alone, which are super, super cool. But vintage watch hunting is a process, and that is an adventure in itself. And that is ultimately what keeps me coming back for more. It's the hunt, it's the process, it's all of it together. I walked into a few more shops, found a few more pieces, but nothing really worth adding to our collection or buying. So I ended up leaving empty-handed, but that's the way it goes sometimes.